Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Dmon Drizzy, episode 19, and co-host Nisha. And we got a special guest in the building today, rapper, videographer, man, his brother wearing a number of professional hats. Man, we've been locked in for a couple years now. Every time I see him, it's good energy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. And it ain't never been a weird moment with him.
No.
Man, y'all entered, man. Let's welcome Kaz to the show, man.
See what they say about, see what they care about. Shout out to DJ, bringing that ass up.
How you feeling today, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, blessed by the best, bro. I can't complain, you know what I'm saying? Just another day, another dollar, you know what I mean? Just, gotta get to it, you know what I mean? How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
The same.
The same?
Too
you
blessed
know
to be
what I'm
stressed.
saying? Yeah, you know you always smiling.
Gotta keep a positive attitude, man.
Stay motivated always.
Stay motivated always.
Man.
For sure. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So, brother, let's talk about how did you get into the entertainment field, bro?
Oh, man, it all started, like, with the military, you know what I'm saying? Because I was, you know, I was in the Army and everything, you know, been in Iraq, the whole shebang. And I had a homeboy, you know, he used to make music, and he still make music, actually. His name is Sinissa, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, started rapping. He was like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? You know, you look like you know, make music. And at the time, I did, you know what I'm saying? So I've been rapping for a little minute, whatnot. And I just kept at it, man, and, you know, just started making music and everything. And I went to school. I went to Jersey City University, got my degree, and that's how I just start shooting videos, you know what I mean, doing the photography thing. I'm like, well, you know, if I'm using the camera, I might as well utilize it to the best of its ability, you know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
I just became a jack of all trades, you know what I'm saying? Just, that's how it's been, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
Yeah.
For sure.
Straight up.
So what's your mindset like when you get into, I wouldn't even say the studio actually, I'm gonna start with a little bit of a different question. I haven't asked anyone yet, but when you're writing, you know, because I write, and a lot of times I'm such a perfectionist, right? And I, especially as you say, you like, you know, it was something you just kind of got into. I'm sure it was a lot of trial by fire, but I'm also sure it wasn't because you knew like, hey, I'm coming in green. You didn't push yourself to have to be perfect. So what's your mentality when you write to just self-express freely and stay creative?
Well, it all started off, you know, I like to act too. So, I mean, it was just like, you know, that's kind of like all in together, you know what I mean? Acting, writing, you know what I mean? The same thing. I can feel like I can write a script, and if I can write a script, I can write music.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's kind of like the same thing, you know, and so I just, you know, a lot of times things come to me in a dream, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, you just like, man, they just come to you like at a random, you know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of the music that I made, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's basically how that worked, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go, man.
For sure. Now I feel that I do a lot of writing, like you said, a lot of random. If I hear something, especially as a composer, like I get on my keyboard and I'm playing something, it don't sound like it makes sense at first, and then it's like it clicks, and you get into that kind of that groove,
Right.
That's for sure. So you acted too. You do like you said you do like writing. You said stage or like movies or.
Well, I did a little, you know what I mean, like acting in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I was with Images Agency, and so, you know what I mean, like started off like commercials and whatnot, you know what I mean? I did like a Nike commercial way back, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, had to do the headshot things and everything, you know what I mean? But like I said, music kind of like started off as a hobby, but then I started really taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people that do music, they kind of start doing acting also, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like the same thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But you know, the goal is to, you know what I'm saying, you know, drop my music, you know what I mean, and then when I become one of those old heads, then I'm just gonna be acting. trying to be like Denzel, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube, yeah. I say Denzel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you know that's kind of like how they go, you know what I mean? That's just,
Bro, do you plan to, since you doing both, will it be dope is you already know how to mess with the camera, so you can actually direct your own film, bro?
Right.
Yeah, I can be like Martin, you know what I'm saying? When he made that, what movie was it with the crazy chick in it?
It was a lot of them movies. He had
Thin
Big
Line,
Mama's
Thin
House.
Line Between Love and
Oh
Hate.
no, that one, yeah.
He acted and directed in the whole film. So he wrote the film, you know what I mean, and acted in it. But he said, you know, that was a house. You know what I mean?
I saw that.
Yeah.
He said never.
Yeah, he said never felt again. Yeah, I feel him on that. But could you just imagine acting in a film, then having to write and direct it? Yeah, he probably was at the end of the day, dude eyes was looking red all through the movie. And now you know why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Can't say I blame him. Right.
But that was one of his best films, though. I feel like personally, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. But which one do you enjoy most, like between photography and videography?
Oh man, I definitely like videography. Like I said, I started doing photography. It's just like I got this camera, you know what I'm saying? I might as well, if I'm just gonna shoot music videos for people, you know what I'm saying? I was starting off doing that, but then I'm like, man, I can take photos. I'm pretty good at taking photos. This is one and the same. If you know you run behind the camera, taking photos too, you know what I'm saying? People always need pictures, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of basically how that did, you know what I'm saying? Like anything entertainment, I'm gonna get to it. Like I said, I went to school, got my degree in media arts. So, you know, I edit, you know what I mean, do the whole shebang. You know, we shoot videos and you gotta edit the video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Color correction, the whole shebang, you know what I'm saying? I don't consider myself a rapper. I consider myself an artist. All of it, you know what I'm saying? You know, because I do a little bit of everything. So that's kind of how that went. You know?
Do you ever plan with the music? Do you plan to tap into any more genres besides rap?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you know, rock. You know what I mean? Contemporary. You know what I mean? Who knows? In the future, I might be doing gospel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not knocking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to it. You don't love God. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I feel that. I do a lot of different genres. You know, growing up, my family had me in the church and stuff like that. So, you know, that was kind of the beginnings of learning to sing. And I got really into jazz and blues around middle school. And so, you know, I went to college and they require you, you know, as a fine art degree, they require you to do opera or do, you know, classical, which I loved. I enjoyed opera because I like acting. I did stage. So I love plays, all that. It was up my alley. But I also had the opportunity to do jazz, like in bands, in combos, do gigs with bands and stuff, and still to my day is probably one of my favorites to perform. But I've also done rock. Rock was fun.
For sure.
And it just keeps your mind, because then even when that genre that you're like, okay, this is my bread and butter, this is what I do, I rap, I do you bring those tools into it and it just changes so much that you're able to do with the genre that you feel like, okay, this is what everybody expects out of me. You can bring something unexpected to it.
Facts.
That's good to keep open mind on them genres.
Yeah, you don't want to keep yourself in a box when it comes to making music. You know what I'm saying? And you, like you said, you know, you never know what fans out there, you know what I mean, that really listen to you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be like, yeah, I rapping and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no R. Kelly voice, but I hold a tune. You know what I'm saying? You might catch me singing a little R&B. You know what I mean? I done did it before. You know.
Okay. Now, what are some of your favorite projects that you've worked on? Music, video, all of it. Like out of all of your, you know, forms of media that you've used. You know.
I can say one of my favorite projects is where it kind of like started off my EP album, Narcissism. You know what I mean? And a lot of people be like, man, why would you name it that? And I'm just like, I'm not a narcissist, but it's narcissism. It's just like a form of just kind of like, I look at it as like feeling myself like, okay, now I'm finna get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna take it serious. You know what I mean? So that album always like stick out to me more than anything else as far as one of my favorite projects. Like I got another project, you know, they kind of going in the same realm. The next one gonna be called Vanity.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so I keep a theme. You know what I mean? I keep a theme. You know what I mean? And I'm soon to drop a new EP. But it's gonna be more raw, you know what I mean? Because the first one was more like lovey-dovey, you know what I'm saying, for the ladies. So, you know, I be on my LL shit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay,
yeah. It's Casanova, so you know what I mean?
I'll give it to you.
It don't make sense, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of like how that went. Another one of my favorite projects is when I really stepped behind the camera when I was in Jersey City University. I started doing skits, like I was doing skits like way before a lot of people started even doing the comedy, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So like bro, tell you, you know what I'm saying? We done did some comedy skits and everything, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I ain't super serious or nothing like that. You know, I like to have fun. Like, ain't no point just being super serious all the time. You know, life too short. And, you know, man, you gotta have fun. And I'ma definitely have fun. You know.
I seen Brody that on Facebook. They did an article on you about the music. How did the article come about?
Oh man, just by grinding, man. I got a few articles, man. You know what I'm saying? With Bold Journey magazine, got Music Wages magazine, STL Finance magazine. So
that's a good.
Just stay grinding, and then I guess people just start to notice it after a while. You do it for so long, people gotta take heed and notice it. You know what I'm saying? So
be consistent long enough.
Yeah. I'm just consistent with what I do, and then I'm just whatever. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how I go. But that's like they hit me up each time they hit me up. One of the articles for one of my songs that I did, it was No Love. I didn't even know they did an article. I had found out, you know what I mean, through the grapevine, just by Google search, you know what I mean? Because I try to keep up with my, my access page and whatnot, my website, and when you type anything up, it casting over song musical artists, and then I seen an article about a song. Where this come from? You know what I'm saying? You know it's amazing when they write about you, talk about you, and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of like how it is, and keep going. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Who's some of your influences in the game?
Man, I got two major influences, you know what I'm saying? LL and 50 Cent.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I know that's a hell of a combination, but when I was growing up, I used to wear a lot of G-Unit stuff. I got every 50 Cent album, but then I used to be on my working out tip, you know what I mean? LL, you know what I'm saying? I used to, lick my lips all the time and everything when I was in
Now she was seducing people.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in the military, they're like, man, this dude always licking his lips. So they made me a name tag, and it was LL Cool Song. And I still got the name tag. They just call me Lick 'em Lips Cool Song.
Lick 'em Lips.
Lick 'em Lips Cool Song. Yeah, good time.
That's what you need to name your next project.
Lick 'em Lips. That's crazy. LL Lick 'em Lips. Yeah.
Looking like LL in our Need Love video.
Man, hey, that'll be a nice little, you know what I mean? Bring it back, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, and another artist I like is Webby, man. I fuck with, people always like Boosie. I'm like, I fuck with Webby. You know what I'm saying?
You'll never really hear him tossed around. I like that. That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people ain't saying nothing about 50 Cent or LL that much either though, but I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? I had a great debate talking about, you know what I'm saying, 50 Cent, and everybody, man, I'm like, man, he's the greatest rapper. When you look up 50 Cent, he gonna be in the dictionary, like, you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, he's like the epitome of a rapper. He done did the beef, he done made it look good, you know what I'm saying? He done ended a lot of people's careers. You know what I'm saying? People gotta put some respect on his name. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100.
I mean, he came out the gate swinging. He had that one song. It was like he was calling out everybody. He was a newbie, calling out everybody before he got shot.
He was talking about Lil' Kim and like the whole industry, basically. I know exactly the name of the song he was talking about. I was just listening to it not so long ago, so I can't think of it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And I mean, if you're gonna go hard, why not go that hard?
Right.
Yeah.
Go home, right?
Yeah, he's still trolling people while on the neck. He don't be like.
He did that documentary.
Oh yeah. Oh man, he be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, my whole like persona is kind of like a mix of like the LL and 50. You know what I'm saying? Like I can keep it. I can do the love thing. You know what I'm saying? I can be gentle and kind, but then it's like, hey, I can take it there. Don't push me. So yeah, it's always good to have that balance. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we gotta. Hey, should we have him do a freestyle before we close the show out?
I'd be down. I want to hear that. I know he got the bars.
I'll do a little song. You know what I'm saying? A little song. Yeah, you know.
All right. Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
But before we get to that, bro, what's something? Well, I know I was saying I can see you directing the movie. What's something that you working on? Like, and for upcoming, so people will know out there?
All right, well, you know what I mean, I got a project called The Come Up. Basically, it's gonna be like a short series.
Okay.
I mean, I'm saying it's gonna be short, but it might be a little longer. But I'm shooting it on, you know what I mean, like you think like Power, 50 Cent type deal.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be my life story basically, and you know, you gotta give it a little extra sauce to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give it a little extra sauce.
Based on true events.
Yeah, based on true events. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You know how, you know, came up, you know, in the military. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, I went to New York, and the people that I met in the whole time, and you know how I was out there, I was getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
how I ended up, you know, coming back. You know what I mean? Having my son. You know, having the, you know, the drama. You know, a little bit of action in it too. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of love making. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah,
You know, Gen Z now, they don't like the sex scenes. They gonna be on your ass.
I don't know how. When you go on TV, that's all you see.
They say it's unnecessary, but it's like, do y'all not have sex in real life? Like,
Look at Tyler
it's not for
Perry.
me to judge.
Man, y'all you be seeing them Tyler Perry shows. They be out of control, man. They be getting it in on them shows.
They do,
man. So.
I'm like, they wouldn't have lasted seeing that real sex on HBO. And
When it was coming up,
baby,
it was crazy.
Crazy.
It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I remember many a nights. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for my grandma to go to sleep. What are you down there doing? With the volume all the way down?
And then you had the cartoons on the little return button, so you could
You had to recall, real quick. You got to recall. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was never quick enough though. I was never quick enough. You know. I was never sneaky. You know what I'm saying? You know, I always get caught. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
Granny had that switch on you, huh?
Well, you know, my big mama, you know, she was now my mama now, she definitely keep that switch, but you know, my big mama, she was more, you know, that was more of the church side of the family and everything, so she just gonna scorn me out, and that used to hurt worse than the other granny, you know what I'm saying? The other granny would me, but it's something about when big mama used to, I'm embarrassed now, you know what I mean? I'd rather get that switch, get it over
Look,
with.
I feel
you know
you.
what I'm saying?
My granny, I don't ever remember her whooping me, but I remember when we got to about middle school, she used to have these decorative like bamboo sticks, and if we said something, we was old enough to get hit with them. You get whopped. I remember, I think me and two of my cousins, the oldest ones, we all got a little story about how one of them sticks got broke because she hit us with it.
Your bamboo stick about like that thick, ain't it? Like
it depends, because they got the thin ones for decoration. They got some thicker ones. The thicker ones now, you can't break them on the
Okay, I'm like, yo, Granny was
Granny was Super Saiyan.
Wow, you know what I'm saying? She was
Oh
turned to a Chinese movie real quick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She rolling over her granny. I'm sorry, Granny. It's okay. And so she was tough. She was tough as
Yeah,
hell.
grannies be tough though.
Gotta be to hold the
Yeah.
family together.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of that, man, when grannies ain't here, man, it just seem like the family just be falling apart, man.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, they the glue of the whole family.
And see, my mama told me, my granny, I never got to meet her, you know, she ended up dying before I was born. When I was born, she ended up passing away. But she used to, when they used to get in trouble, she'd wait till they go to sleep, and then that's when she give them a whooping.
That's
That's a whole
That's
new level.
beyond petty, you know what I'm saying? Don't let me know when it's coming, you know what I'm saying?
I'll let you get good and comfortable.
I'm not gonna fall asleep. I know what it is. The anticipation gonna have me up, man.
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be too wired. Nah, you ain't,
I just take my whooping now, and I just go to sleep. Like,
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, just go hit me with the
She
drama.
said, I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. I'm not going to get no sleep because of me.
Man,
Okay?
and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my granny, she went that handy. She'll turn me up right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you know and later in her older age, she used to move a little slow, but that hand move fast. Yeah. Quick with it, yeah, like you said, Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? She did. I remember one time I tried to run past her, man. She done hit me about 4 times before I could even make it right past her up the steps.
I got a question for you. So, as far as like other artists, you know, other musicians, other actors, what would be some advice that you give to help people stay motivated, true to themselves and their art, and just, you know, keep putting out content that's authentic and genuine?
Oh man, you know, a lot of times people stop when they feel like that they don't have a lot of momentum, you know what I mean? But it's just, people always watching, you know what I mean? And it's just, you gotta just keep going, you know what I mean? Hey, you're gonna have a lot of haters when it's your hometown, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people gonna support you more that don't know you.
Right.
And it's crazy to say, but you know what I mean? Jesus had to leave this home in order to get recognized. You know what I'm saying? When he was at home, he was just David's son.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people didn't pay attention to him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just like, man, you just keep on. Sometimes, you know, you'll think about motivation becomes some like a facade, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you just gotta do it, you know what I mean? Sometimes you're not motivated. You know, people not motivated to go to their jobs every day.
Right.
But you know, you gotta pay bills.
Right.
You gotta do it. So it's just something you just gotta do. So, you know what I mean? I just say keep at it, you know what I mean? Because at that moment, it's gonna pop. If I would have decided to stop, then I wouldn't have articles, I wouldn't have people hit me up in magazines, I wouldn't be featured on stuff, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, have blogs and be up on Google and have a website up and running, you know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, you can look me up, you know what I mean? So it's just like, just stay at it, man. Just stay, you know what I mean? When motivation ain't there, just do it, you know what I mean?
Discipline, yeah.
Just, have discipline. Yeah, that's more realer than motivation. Discipline, you know.
What's some venues that you know rocked out in St. Louis?
Oh man, like I done performed at the Oz before, you know what I'm saying, at the Monastery, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of the times I performed when I was out of town, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, when I was in New York and everything. So, you know, a lot of work I've been doing is kind of like capturing, like, for other people a lot of times, you know what I'm saying. But man, I'll perform anywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll perform anywhere if you're paying, for sure, you know what I mean. But you know, not to, like I said, sometimes you get the most support when you not at your hometown, and that's understandable, because people like, I know, you know what I mean. When it's like, when you go other places, people like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Who is this? Yeah. So, you know, that's just what it is, you know what I mean? I don't know if you, I know you was saying that you know what I mean, in the New York area, you know what I'm saying?
Having a time of my life.
Yeah, you know how fast it is out here compared to out here, and then a lot of people just like you said, if you're more motivated out there than they are out here, you know what I mean? The crowd is kind of
I think it's
low key.
I think it's a difference in, you know, just kind of access to information. You know, they get a lot of information and moves fast. There's a lot of people. They're used to, okay, I can lose this person. I don't have to stick around and do, because there's millions of people all around you. Here, you live in Fairview Heights, right? For instance, where I'm at, that's 17,000 people. I can only run through so many people. You know what I mean? So you do, it's that slowing down and, you know, appreciating things is here. But sometimes, like you said, it's a trap where, like, okay, now I'm just stuck because I got the same people, the same mentalities around. Whereas there, you can move from person to person, and you know, the big thing with them is a lot of civic mindedness. Everybody is just very involved in the goings on of, you know, what's happening. A lot of people here, it's like, okay, you ask them to show up for like a community project, they'll do that, but if it gets past the, okay, I'm just showing up and lending my time and my labor, I have to really put in some thought, and I have to engage, and I have to, you know, act as if I have that same type of power as somebody that run a business or do politics. They don't think that they can do it. It's the same, the level of empowerment is not here because the information is not here. And the, you know, the culture, community is different, it's structured different. So, you know, if you're somebody who is a little bit more motivated, a little bit more driven, it's not that you can't succeed here or stay here or find meaningful and fulfilling, you know, community or business ventures here. But even if you're not gonna live somewhere else for the rest of your life, you have to get out. You have to get out and try something new. So, yeah, that was one of the best experiences. I tell people all the time, I can't wait to go back to New York. I'm in no rush, but I also can't wait to go back.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
New York is definitely crazy. Man.
I ain't been there yet, but I want to go.
I'm taking you with us.
Yeah,
We're taking you with us. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that's kind of like how that goes. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Have you did any collabs with any artists in St. Louis?
Man, a lot of artists that I had did it's been with in New York. You know what I mean? I didn't collab with, like, you know, a couple of, you know, my peoples, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But like a lot of my music, you know what I mean? I be kind of solo, dolo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the music I be making is like so the collabs I have had, you know what I'm saying? They've been with women. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So like a lot of R&B singers, or do you do female rappers too? Or?
Yeah, R&B singers like my girl, you know, her name's Store Love, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, we did a couple of, you know what I'm saying, songs with each other, you know what I'm saying? Chick out the St. Louis area, her name is Lachey. You know, we got a track with each other. A girl named Maria, you know what I mean? She got some dope vocals, you know what I mean? Got a track with each other. So it's like a lot of the features that I've been doing mainly, it's been like female R&B artists.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I done got a couple of rappers on the track. I got balls, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like my homeboy Trey Ace. Like I started making music with, you know what I'm saying, Master and This Spinks, you know, you can look him up though, but he been doing music for a very long time, you know, but you know, he in New York, we got tracks with each other, you know what I'm saying, that's my homeboy, so you know what I'm saying, we got damn near an album, you know what I'm saying, with each other, you know what I'm saying, making music over the years, so yeah.
Man, it's gonna be time to get Drizzy and Nisha on the collab, man.
Oh man, what you doing?
Look, I'm chilling, man. I got my day job. That's about it.
Oh,
so I tell people all the time, collab while I'm still here, while I got my keyboard with me, because I feel like every time I move to a new city, I gotta buy a new keyboard. Because my mama joke and say I got a storage unit in like 50 different states, because I travel a lot. So I have a keyboard in Denver, and then when I came back here, I was like, well, I could get my keyboard, but it was like I didn't have a MIDI. You know, the MIDI hookup.
Okay.
I didn't have that on the other keyboard, so I got a new one. That's in my storage unit here, because when I was in New York, I flew there, so I couldn't take it with me. So now I got it back, but it's time for upgrade already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So while I'm composing, you know, writing and stuff, got my mind in that space, definitely. I'm very open to collab. I love to sing.
You look like you know I do some poetry, you know what I'm saying?
I write poetry all the time.
Poetry,
Yeah,
you know yeah. You might do a little intro on the track or something, you know what I'm saying?
I got a few bars. I rap occasionally. I'm not a rapper. I say I do a little something. Okay. You know what I mean? But for like my own music, if I need a rap section, like a female rap section, I got enough bars to write it, you know, myself. Okay. But I do want to collab, you know, with more artists and just start putting it out there. It was more like I went to school for it, but it was still more of a hobby, just because. Like my acting and stuff, I love being on stage. Singing, I'm super shy. I get so like closed off on stage when I have to sing anything, and so like I said, it was a hidden talent for a while. Except for when I was in college and we had to perform pretty much constantly for the degree program. But when I'm with like a band, when I was with my jazz band, it was like all that went away. I love working with instrumentalists. So yeah, if you ever need if you want real instrumentals on the track, definitely holler at me because I know some folks.
Okay, for sure.
You already know.
Man, so before we let you go, bro, tell the people what you got coming musically, any movies, and then we'll let you bust a freestyle.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna drop that EP, you know what I mean? The Boom Baby EP, you know, that's gonna be raw for the streets, you know what I mean? And at the same time, after that, I'm gonna drop my single, Boom Baby, you know what I mean? So it's like the leading up to the actual song, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You know, the come up, like I said, the series, doing that, you know what I mean? And, you know, more magazine articles to come, you know what I'm saying? You know, we finna get on that comedy too, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like to do the comedy and the acting and stuff too, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is. So you know what I mean? I'll throw a little balls for you, you know what I'm saying? Mac 10, chromed out 380. That's the aftermath, so you can call a nigga shady, a nigga for a local, but don't call a nigga crazy. Pure fight, dog bite, I'm about to give him rabies. I keep the trill, but I'm all about the ladies. Got a coke nose flow, and an all-white Mercedes. Got a quarter-pound of kush. Got a nigga feeling lazy, I can crash on the road, yet it still wouldn't faze me. Murder, what's the case be? Your girl wanna taste me, vanilla cream in the eye with a cake be. I'm an earthquake, it's irrelevant to shake me. I live a hell of a life, so the devil's trying to take me. Take me lower to a level that I never been. I take you out, plus your friends, family, and your next of kin. Best of friends take you out for a small estimate. Murder's what you wrote, guess it's what you get for whispering. Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. He got it. For sure. Yo.
Definitely been a pleasure having you on here, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know. I'm not gonna dap you, you know what I mean? Yeah.
He said, you're not a homeboy.
Yeah,
You're
you know,
right.
yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the respect.
For sure.
Yeah. But man, this has been another episode of Conversations with Dmon and Drizzy, co-host Nisha, episode 19. We out.
Peace.